Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Yo, peace.
Protect your energy.
Ready for a little 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, let's do a little 3, 2, 1.
All right, so just for context, we are both going to just shout out 2 random words. We don't know what these words are.
Yeah.
After doing that, we're going to try to both get each other to say the same word at the same time.
All right.
Using descriptions from the 2 words that we just said. What do they have in common? And ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Cup.
Plant.
Cup and a plant. All right.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Pot.
Water. Pot and water.
Pot and water. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Boil.
Boil.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Little 3, 2, 1 real quick to warm up.
I feel all hype now. Yeah.
Who you got winning the finals? I'd like to do this as well.
Oh, man.
East and West.
East and West.
I feel like it should be, you should only have to give me 1 now, but give me 2 in the East, 2 in the West.
2 in the
It's
East.
already, we already at it.
Yeah, we already cut down a lot. 2 in the West is gonna be Denver. They about to play Minnesota, so one of them gonna be out. I would have wanted to pick Minnesota, so I guess I gotta say OKC and Denver.
Okay, that's your West. East.
East. I don't even like OKC. I can't believe I picked them. Let's see. East. Sixers trash.
I hope they come back.
I hope so too. I'm gonna say they about to lose too. The Clippers about to lose.
You're on the East now.
Yeah,
No
I know.
Clippers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Cleveland.
I'm on the East.
Cavs.
Cleveland's. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go
Boston.
and honestly Cleveland.
Boston and Cleveland.
Knicks. Sorry. Boston Knicks.
Boston Knicks. I was gonna say Cleveland got worked by the Magic
Yeah, by the
twice.
Magic twice. Knicks.
Okay.
forgot about the
On
Knicks.
West, I'm gonna do Denver. Dang, you right.
That's
you
crazy.
right when you think about it. I'm gonna go Denver Mavs just to do something
Dallas,
crazy.
yeah, that was
Denver,
my second
Dallas.
choice.
And then I still think Denver gonna come out of that, and Denver gonna be champions again.
Yeah.
Sad to say,
Facts.
unless we do it.
Unless
we do it.
Unless the Celtics do it.
Touche. All right, Celtics and Indiana ain't doing it. Knicks ain't like that, man.
Knicks can't beat the Celtics, my opinion. But if I got to pick 2.
I'm gonna say Indiana just to make it spicy.
All right.
Knicks and Indiana.
No, Knicks and
No,
Indiana.
not Knicks. Celtics. Sorry.
All right.
Celtics, Indiana.
Yeah.
Celtics, whoop Indiana.
No, I agree.
So, if the Celtics don't come out of the East, it's a travesty.
Travesty.
Horrible
They
season.
got everything they need.
Everything they need. Welcome back for another Zen Trap chat. I'm one of your 2 hosts, Zen P.
Yogi LG.
The mission here at the Zen Trap podcast is to inspire and empower people to continuously seek internal peace to maximize their personal potential. We got a new month, new topic, great month on the way. We just finished with productivity and time management. Yogi LG, tell them what we got this month.
I'm super excited about this month. This is my kind of month. It's a soft skill type month.
And before she gets into that soft skill, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
Please.
Go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Check out all the things we got going on at zentrappers.com. But go ahead, let them know what we got.
All right, so this month's topic of the month is emotions or emotional will. Really, the emotional will is what we want to dive into this month. This is kind of a new trendy type thing that I think people are coming up with.
I've seen
my
it,
personal opinion.
yeah.
Within the last few years, people are basically saying like being able to put verbiage and words to your feelings helps you feel them, helps you sort through them, helps you recover, heal, all that kind of stuff. And the emotional will is just kind of a starting point. Every emotion that is out there is not on here. But this is just where it starts. So this is what we're talking about this month. Super excited about this because just I like talking about stuff
She's a
like
little
this.
Brene Brown girl. No, great introduction to the topic. I think, as you said, it's become really popular seeing wheels of emotion if you're looking in self-help or mental help when people are using different scenarios or tools from therapists or coaches. They are using the emotional wheel to help put verbiage to it. I think a lot of people, or even resources I've seen, have breezed over it. So I think it's nice for us to do a real big deep dive because it's so important. This is one of those small technique and skills that's so important for everything you just said, knowing how to label it.
Yep. So I would even start with just saying like how it's structured. So I don't know if y'all can see this real well. You can always Google it. It's online. So the inside circle is kind of some of your more simple emotions.
Core baseline,
emotions.
structure.
It's like your
higher level.
Priority. What's the colors? Primary colors.
Primary emotions.
Primary emotions.
Love it.
With your anger, disgust, sad, fear, surprise, happy. And so those all like kind of expand out into the next layer that gives you kind of like the second tier of those emotions. So for example,
and I can say primary would be even just 3. Like you got red, what is it? Red, yellow, blue? I would say happy, sad, mad.
Happy, sad, anger.
Happy, sad, mad.
All right.
I would want, I want it to be basic. Anger. If I'm 3, I can say happy, sad, mad. You're like, no, say anger.
Anger.
Go ahead. Use on the second.
Yeah, so
tier.
that second tier just kind of breaks it out. For example, disgust is a primary emotion. The 4 that are in the next tier under disgust would be disapproval, disappointed, awful, avoidance. And then it goes into that third tier that goes into like judgmental, loathing, repugnant, revolted, revulsion.
You set yourself up for this.
Detestable, aversion, and hesitant.
Just know once you get to this third tier, you are now getting very, not pacific, but specific.
Come on now.
You like that? On the label of that emotion. And when you look that emotion or that word up, you can find synonyms or words that are similar to that word that you can use up to empower you to know what to do with that emotion or feeling.
Exactly.
So we wanted to just give some examples here today on how that can be used, and maybe some examples we've either had in the past or the future.
Right.
So I can start you out, Yogi LG. I'll pick an area, you throw a word back. Or how about this? You pick an area, and then I'm going to pick a word from the third tier and try and get you to either tell me a story or an example on how to use that.
All right, let's do fear.
Fear. Okay, so if I'm looking at fear inside of the third tier, I have options like overwhelmed feels like a good one for me. Alienated feels so good. But I see a word that I want to hear about a time when you may have felt inadequate. So maybe either you felt it or you know an example of it, maybe from your life or personal story. Inadequacy.
Yeah. There's been times. I'm trying not to go. My immediate reaction is probably something more inappropriate, but I would say a time where I felt inadequate. I went to a tryout. I was probably like 8, maybe 8 or 9. And I had just started playing basketball for real. I was only in my driveway, and my mom took me to an AAU tryout. And for an AAU team, and these girls had been hooping together. So the tryout was like quick. It was like an hour and a half. We did some drills, boom, 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 boom. Like they looking at ball handling. It's real quick. We flying through.
I'm sure
the
you
I'm
got
like,
the best of the best in there. People that have
what?
been training.
And we at this like private school that's out in this white area. So the team that booked this, I'm like 8 or 9, maybe 10.
10 max.
10 max. And I'm like, that's all I'm talking about at home is basketball. Like, Mom, I want to play basketball. I want to play basketball all year long.
Okay, you want to play basketball?
She like, I ain't saying my mom was wrong for this, but I ain't had nobody to like help me work out and do stuff and know that you could put up shots. And I didn't know none of that. I'm just outside playing on my goal, happy to be there. Maybe I'm like 11 because it was right after I got my goal. And I got my goal at 10.
Okay.
So 10. Just in an environment where I didn't even know. Like they would call it like, hey, we were doing 3-man weave. What?
What are
y'all talking about? I ain't really like. I played organized basketball in 3rd grade and hadn't played since then. So I was already like I felt very inadequate. I felt like I wasn't enough. When I left there, I didn't want to try out for another team. Like I was just kind of like, I am not the basketball player I thought I was going to be. I already had dreams of like playing professional ball, like all that early. And so my dreams were deflated and I felt like I wasn't an adequate enough basketball player. And there may be some other emotions that resonated out of that as well. But inadequacy was definitely one of those emotions that I felt.
Wow.
I knew I needed work. I was like, oh, you got to work. You're not at their level.
I just want to say I'm sorry you experienced that and felt that.
Yeah.
And you're a good storyteller. Because how did you not want to go after that? I did not know how this would go. This only feel like a game.
All right,
Wow,
give me
man.
one. I got you.
I guess I can flip to the positive. Nah, I'm gonna stay on the side with you. I'm gonna go disgust.
Disgust. All right, if I'm at the third level, I'm looking at words like repugnant, detestable, judgmental, hesitant. If I was to pick one, when's the time where you felt judgmental?
My elitist bump itself every day of my life. I have felt.
And I just
Now,
to like
are
give
you
you
saying I felt judgment on me, or I'm giving judgment on?
Cause let's go back a layer. So remember, the feeling is disgust.
Oh, I know disgust.
And you have in that second tier is disapproval, and from disapproval is judgmental or loathing.
I guess where I'm
So
getting
it's
at, and I know this is
feeling judgmental.
I'm feeling judgmental on to something, or I'm getting judgment.
Nah,
I'm giving.
that's judged. That's feeling.
I'm
judged.
giving the judgment, right?
Yeah, you're giving the judgment.
Right.
Judgmental.
Just like
Disapproval,
if I go to the
like
primary,
disgust.
I'm
Yeah.
disgusted
And
by these accommodations. Am I in the ballpark?
Yes,
All right,
correct.
cool. I just wanted to make sure I'm
But
in the
when
field
you were
playing.
being judgmental,
When I was being just everything I said still applies. So every
day of my life,
I never act on it.
Good.
But I may think it or feel it a lot of days. And let me think of a story of when I felt super judgmental. Ooh, I want to think of a good one.
So, in the middle of this, I want you to kind of already be thinking about like, what are like some emotions that you feel like most people don't kind of tap into on here? Like, do you feel like most people get to the second layer, or most people just stay in the first layer type?
I can't say,
Yeah.
I guess for most, I think it's so different from people. And that even goes into my judgmental story. I think it's so different for where you've learned that, depending on the people you're around. Because that's what I was going to say. Me, coming from where I come from, small, super country town, I definitely can say in super impoverished areas or times, if I see someone who has raggedy clothes or is not keeping up with their hygiene or something like that,
Yeah.
I can sometimes, a lot of times, feel judgmental on why are you coming out like that, or why are you looking like that.
Yeah.
And that could be something that is completely out of their control sometimes, or something that you learn.
Right.
So as I've gotten older, of course, it doesn't stay because I have those different thoughts to battle that. But immediately it can be, and you can lean on different situations from that, just from being human of, I don't know. You see other things in that area that doesn't fit either cultural norms or your specific standards, and you can start to feel real judgmental real quick, and you don't know that person's story whatsoever.
Absolutely.
So
great story.
I accept
Great
the
example,
feeling
for
of
sure.
disgust,
Yeah.
and I just let it go. I don't act on it. I don't dwell in it. So that's also maybe what makes me a little less sympathetic sometimes. I don't swim in it enough. But
All right,
that's
give me
judgmental
one more. I'm gonna go in the category of happy.
Happy.
That's a large category, so I'll go in there.
And I love the happy surprise side. Of course, I try to be a very positive person, even if I'm even guilt. Let's see, happy. I see some good words like liberated. I see, provocative. I love provocative. Just be words gets the people going. Love respected. That gets on my elitist side. But if I had to go, I think you could tell. First of all, I think you can tell great loving stories and stuff and inspired. But I'm gonna have to go to courageous.
Courageous. Oh yeah, I can give you a time where I felt courageous. This was college.
I was gonna say, can you throw some liberated in there too? I'm gonna give you two.
I will.
I'm sure that's part of the story anyway.
It was
Courageous
liberating.
and liberating.
It was liberating.
Boom.
And
I felt it.
yeah, it was. I was in college. I had a crush on
A crush story.
a cheerleader. That was a cheerleader at A&T, and I happened to be in the omelet line, and she was the person in front of me.
Not the Miss Brenda omelet line.
Miss Brenda omelet line. And I had heard she had a girlfriend. I didn't care. Like it was my moment. I was like, oh, this is destiny. Like God is. Now I've seen her all over campus all year. Like I've been maybe a couple years.
So it's
like,
built.
It's built up.
It's
Oh
built.
yeah,
And now you felt
I've been crushing.
the time is party.
I was
this
like,
is the
yeah,
day. This is the
and
time.
I'm like, I remember kind of like, cause I was walking up to the omelet line and seeing her, and I almost kind of like stopped. And I was like, no.
Something just at that little pause, something just with that extra crank.
I am courageous. I got this.
Wait, this is
not
time.
only in that moment did I start to like pull into my confidence and other
What,
words.
was
in
it something special about that day? Was it something you were wearing or anything like that?
I mean, I did
Or
feel
was
good
it-
that day.
Okay,
so
was it
because
something
I was
a little-
typically on campus freshman sophomore year, I used to dress like trash. Like I just would throw on whatever
Same.
come to class.
So I
Like,
know some
looked
days when you
terrible,
fresh edge up day or
Yeah.
something, I'm coming with a different.
So it was some days I think I looked at it. I was like, you know what? I'm saying something today.
Today
even if
is
it's
the
just a
day.
small thing, because I've never even like spoken to this girl. So I get in the omelet on. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She was like, I'm good. I tell her like, dang, you so pretty. Like you so pretty. She's like, thank you. It's like, dang, you a cheerleader, huh? I think I see you with, yeah.
You a cheerleader,
I see
huh?
you with so-and-so. She was like, oh, yeah, we cool. I was like, all right, cool. I'm cool with another cheerleader. Like, I just started up conversation, and she was like, cool, all right. Well, like, we end up, like,
And
just...
now you cut line just straight.
No.
Beeline there?
No.
What
I
was-
was getting in the omelet line. She was
Anyway.
already...
Oh,
she
so
was,
she was the last one anyway. So you like, I gotta hurry and get that spot now.
yeah, I got to get that spot next. I can't hesitate, like, because you know the omelet line...
Then if one person in front of you is like,
Oh, I can't do it now. Exactly.
All right, cool,
So
I'm
it was
back.
the perfect
I'm back.
time.
I'm back.
So yeah, just I mean, we ended up talking like nothing crazy. We didn't exchange numbers or nothing. It was just a conversation to where now you know when you see that person on campus, you give them that little.
it's a seed.
You give them that
planted
little,
a
hey,
seed.
what's up? How you doing?
Oh,
Like,
hey,
hey,
I
how
know
you
your
doing?
face now. I
So
know-
that was kind of the liberation part. Is that like now we have a connection on something that don't really mean that. Now it's just
Yeah,
like I
nothing,
know
like-
you, you know me.
Oh,
What's
remember I've
up?
seen
Like,
you.
okay, yeah. So I think that gave
Just
me
happen to
enough.
be at the game. I'm supporting the NT.
I'm at all the games. I'm at all the games. So yeah, it was that was
You have just been promoted.
that was a courageous and liberating moment. Just because after that I just felt like, oh yeah, y'all can't tell
We
me
know
shit.
each other.
Yeah, like what?
You know me.
She know me.
I
She
ain't
know.
fresh.
I ain't fresh.
All right. That was great. That was great. So you just hit happy.
All right.
We did fear and disgust. I can do surprise or sad. What you thinking? Or I could really. So we got surprise, sad, and anger left.
Yeah.
What-
Anger's a big section. So
They don't get angry too much, I guess.
you
So
don't get
anger.
angry.
Let's do
All right,
anger.
cool.
That would be real specific.
Yeah, in this third tier, you got really strong words here: hostile, infuriated, skeptical, sarcastic,
I've never in my life.
embarrassed, insecure. Let's go with jealous. That's under threatened. So anger, threatened, jealous, and insecure are the two out of that. Tell me about a time where you've been jealous.
What is this jealousy? I feel African roots coming out of me. Like, jealous. What does this mean? What does this mean? Me
Jealous?
jealous?
Never.
I've never heard the word. Sorry for that terrible African accent.
Terrible.
Terrible.
You get the point though. I understand.
Jealous. That sounds so dumb.
To be jealous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how often people are jealous?
Well-
That's such a common word. To be on the third level,
Jealous to me-
such a common word.
I think how I framed, and I'm gonna get into the story. I can think
Yeah,
of a
let's do it.
miniature. Not even. I don't even know if that's a good. Yeah, sure. Now it's gonna sound sad. All right. So jealous to me, from the way I was brought up in the area I was brought up, sounds like a weak word, and weak can be associated with vulnerable. So it is a vulnerable word. So I've never really related too much with jealousy because I don't see how it can serve my confidence side or anything. Like me leaning into feelings of jealousy, I don't know what I could get from that, and that's probably when the therapist will break my ass down.
There you go. I don't know what I can do with that.
What can I do with being jealous of what? All right. Maybe when I was a child, because I didn't have a lot of men role models in my life in general,
Yeah.
I could see times where, just like similar to your story, if I want to be really good in sports and I feel like I have a lot of athletic potential and ability and I could do something way better than the people that I'm seeing that have a lot of resources and father time or, you know, big brother, big cousin, big uncle, big something time of just putting information into you so that you can run and show them that I can do something with it. I think I felt jealous of people that had all those resources and still were mediocre, if I can use a word. So extremely jealous of seeing relationships like that and not, I guess, being grateful for it.
That's pretty good. That's jealous. I feel it.
Jealous I know. Nah. I'm sure it's other instances. I can't think of a lot in dating. Like most people I think goes immediately to like dating, feeling jealous. My whole motto since I got my heart broken in high school has been, if you can take her, you can have her.
Facts.
If you
facts. Been living on that.
You got to go on all deep into relationship stuff like that, but that's just been my energy. If what can be taken from me is not mine.
Yeah. Ultimately,
the things that you can take from me is not even really mine. So the stuff that's really mine.
That's such an evolved place, though. Do you feel like you've always been that way, even as like 21 years old? You like, hey man, if this nigga right here, if you like this nigga more than you like me, and you want to go with that nigga, that don't mean nothing about me. That's all on you.
I put it like this: it makes it almost sound real unempathetic and like I don't have no emotions or something thinking like that. It's not more that it's in me. It's a value and a belief that I respect and I have for myself. So it's not saying that I don't, I guess, feel if somebody were to get taken from me or I lost somebody because of some other person being better than me, then I'm going to be hurt because they not there. But I'm not going to be hurt because I'm starting to compare myself to this other person or something inside of that person. I guess that's the like deepest root of it. And again, I don't feel like it served me in doing that. So
I agree.
It's just never made, I guess, sense to me.
Hey, that's good. That's good. That's
want to go
perfect.
down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I don't know. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. To me, it's saying it's a system though. It's not. I think when you almost say like that's just a feeling inside of you, it makes it seem unattainable by somebody else. When I just say this is like, if I had a belief that I am courageous or I do hard things is a value that I believe. When hard stuff happens to me, I'm looking at it different because I believe that I do hard things. If I say I don't really not compare myself to others, but my main value mantra belief is what's mine cannot be taken from me. So if something gets taken from me, it's almost a cop out. And you can say you're being delusional. Oh, that got taken from me, so it wasn't mine in the first place. It's just like, oh, once it got stolen, it ain't yours. That is delusional. But if it serves me, it's what I use. So I think saying it like that means you can find something that you are struggling with and try and redefine it into a system. Like, I may not act like that all the time, but it's something I believe. So it allows me to make those different choices and actions.
It allows you to almost fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah. Build on like, I'm gonna make this decision based off my belief, not how I feel.
Not how I feel. It's based off I go back to my belief.
What my structures, my morals, my values are. I said I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it no matter if I feel like it.
Future Paris wasn't like that, so I need to do it now.
My future self. I gotta start. Hey, I'm about to start talking for real in that.
So when you're thinking like that, when those moments come up, it starts to be quick. No brainers. You be like, so all you need is that little butterfly feeling in your body when some question come up and you immediately be like, huh? That's you saying like, it's your future self giving you a little nug like, hey, what you gonna do right here? Right. All right, I normally you don't need to know what you do normally. Do the other thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
so
think that was good.
Yeah, that was good stuff on the emotional wheel. I think I think there's lists out there that are similar to this.
It's more lists for sure.
That kind of just go through your emotions. If you feeling something and you feeling confused, and you feeling like I can't really find like I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm feeling just overwhelmed with emotions. This is a perfect place to start. Like perfect place to start. And even if you feel like you know the third tier, like I know I'm feeling empty, right? You're like, yeah, I feel empty. Is that still like you can kind of trace that back and say, oh, that's probably linked to me being depressed. And then that depressed is linked to me being sad, right? So yeah, I am feeling sad. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling empty. Now you got 3 words to kind of like clarify kind of where you're at. And that kind of helps you sort through that emotion. That helps sort through like, what's my plan on this? How do I move forward? What are the things that make me the opposite of this? Which this is also cool in that way. kind of trying to find contrasting emotions that you're trying to get to. Like, I want to feel this way. Like, what's the opposite of that? Or
That is beautiful, super helpful. I would say on the same token as that, don't just ask for help, seek the help. So by seeking help is exactly what she explained. That's how you seek the help. Once you are doing research and building your awareness muscles to figure out what is the actual term that I'm feeling right now. I'm not just going to stop at sad, and I'm not just going to limit it and say, well, I don't know what these other words mean, or I don't know what this. If you see some beef on Instagram or social media or something, you can digest that and Google terms around that.
Deep dive into that.
If you're looking into somebody's relationship while they ain't posted in a long time, you can figure out
she
what's
ain't
going
post
on.
her husband at Easter. She ain't post him on his birthday or Father's Day. I think
some
they broke up.
people's
Let me go
statuses and
find
know
their
if somebody
stuff.
got a job or not. You can
Deep
figure
dive
out
your
your
emotions.
deep dive your emotions. Then thought I was about to give you some sympathy. Go get you some help.
Yeah.
Find yourself some help. Do not suffer in silence. On a serious note, do not suffer in silence.
Absolutely.
Find help. All right, so we got Zen Thought of the Week with Zen P. So, emotions are much like waves. We can't stop them from coming, but we can choose which one to surf.
Wow.
So again, just like I said earlier, I may feel these feelings, I may have these thoughts, they may be my initial reactions, but I don't have to respond to everything that's happening in my head. I don't have to give everything attention because, like my friend Yogi LG says, what you put your attention on grows or manifests. What you put your intention and intention on grows. What you give the energy to grows. So if you're giving energy to those thoughts, that's naturally what's going to grow.
Absolutely. I would even say on that quote, that was super good. But even like, I think about how calm waves can be. The
scale of they can be.
Yeah, or they can be fast and overwhelming, and your emotions are very similar to that. But it's also how you choose to ride those waves. Like,
of emotion.
Just because it's a lot of emotions and it's all coming in big times, like, you can choose to kind of determine how you like, hey, I don't even want to ride that wave. Like, I want to just let that one pass. I'm going to duck my head up under the water, let it pass. I'm going to come back up. We'll start again.
And guess what they say at sea when you got rough sea? This too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
It all applies.
It all applies. All right,
we got a little kick of the week?
Yeah, we got a little kick of the week with Yogi LG. All right, these are the Midnight Navy 3s. Love these. Navy blue, gray colorway. Shout out to a friend that hooked me up on the plug.
You looking boat party ready? Coordinate. Sometimes you gotta coordinate.
Sometimes
y'all
you
don't
gotta
see the details.
coordinate.
But I see what we got going on with these kick
definitely
of
a shoe fan. This is a comfortable Jordan. Love the 3s. They're classic, clean look. You can take these 3s and put red on the bag, black on the bag. I'll buy all of them. Love these.
Shoe balls, shoe gala.
Whatever. Sneaker balls, all that.
Deep blue sea.
That was the kick of the week with Yogi LG.
Dang, I need one now. You got any last words?
Nah, man.
Great month ahead.
Great month ahead. We're going to talk all about emotions and the emotional wheel. For me, I just want you to, if you can't do nothing more this month, just try to feel your emotions. Like, just feel
Sit
them.
with yourself.
Feel them, and feel them and name them. And if you can feel those and name those, that's a step in the right direction. Do you have to dwell on it? No. Do you have to run from it? No. Maybe you want to sit in it. Cool. But at least find what your emotion is, put a verbiage to that, and actually feel that. That would be my tip.
Thick of it. I agree, man. Sit with yourself. Feeling yourself like you lost your keys. All of that.
All
man.
that.
No, if you're looking to take actions, journal. That's something probably free you can do. You can type it, journal it, write it down on your phone. Think about some times when you felt strong emotions, and that's how you build your awareness. Write down what you remember, how you felt, trying to find some of those words. If you get stuck at a word where you're confused about the feeling, Google these. I'm not even saying you have to buy it. These are free online terms you can find. It's called an emotional wheel. You can find different versions of these. You don't have to purchase it. You can just Google stuff and use all the free resources you want. I think we got a great month. Like we always do, we're going to do a video review. We're going to find another book or some type of material, or maybe even an interview. Maybe we can get a therapist again, a new therapist, or the same one we had last time. We can
somebody
get somebody else for a little part too. But definitely want to bring more conversations here for this month. And gonna have an exciting year in summer, man. So look out for the Zen Trap, man. Going
Absolutely.
places.
If you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button, like, follow, go check out our mixtape. It's on Apple Music,
Poetry
YouTube.
Slam, Zen Trappers,
Zen
Not
Trappers,
Rappers,
Not Rappers, Volume 2.
Volume 1, Volume 2, both.
Volume, all them. Check it out. This is another Zen Trap chat, and I'm one of your two hosts, Yogi LG.
Zen P.
If you can't do nothing else,
Protect your peace.
and protect your energy.
It's the Zen Trap.
We out.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.